and the children. The children are and Samuel told him every whit, and hid nothing from him. And he said, "It is the Lord. Let him do what seemeth him good." Said Samuel, "Don't worry, I've heard you. He's God. Let him do whatever he wants to do." I hope there are no parents in church this morning who are saying, "Hey, he's the pastor. Let him say his own. We will do our own." Because that was the response of Samuel. Okay. He said God should do what he wants to do. I will tell you what God did. 1 Samuel chapter 4, verse 17 and verse 18. Not too long after that, the Philistines came to trouble Israel. And the battle did not go their way. A messenger came from the battlefront to tell them what had happened. In verse 17, and the messenger answered and said, "Israel is fled before the Philistines. And there had been also a great slaughter among the people. And thy 2 sons also, Ophni and Phinehas, are dead. And the ark of God is taken." Say, "Pastor, the battle was very bad. Your 2 sons, they are dead. By the way, in addition, even the ark of the covenant had been taken." What happened to Eli? Verse 18. And it came to pass, when he made mention of the ark of God, that he fell off the seat backward by the side of the gate, and his neck brake, and he died. For he was an old man and heavy, and had judged Israel for 40 years. You mean a man with 40 years of ministry? That was how the ministry ended. His neck was broken. His sons were dead. The ark of the covenant had been taken. And God had warned him. God had warned him. You know, sometimes we think other things are more important than parenting. That is why many of us know many pastors whose children are very wayward, because they put ministry over family. Here, even the work he was doing of ministry, the ark of the covenant was taken. That was why the Bible didn't say when they told that the sons were dead. So when they mentioned that the ark had been taken, he fell back. It's like, what have I labored for 40 years? You mean this is how everything is going to end? Because at that time, you know, the ark of the covenant was the presence of God. You mean it got so bad that even the God in our midst, they carried God away, more or less. Now you have said to yourself, Samuel grew up in the house of Eli. He saw what happened to his boss. How the children of the boss didn't allow the man to finish well and to finish strong. So how did Samuel himself, how did he train his own children? 1 Samuel chapter 8. 1 Samuel chapter 8. Verse 1, verse 3, and verse 5. In verse 1, the Bible says, and it came to pass, when Samuel was old, that he made his sons judges over Israel. That is what every father wants to do. You want to hand over to your children. He was the high priest. He was the prophet. Now he was old. So he made his sons judges so they could take over from him. But how were they doing? Verse 3. And his sons walked not in his ways. And God said to Samuel, let them have a king, because they have